In recent weeks, the shape of cargo flights has taken a turn. Many empty commercial aircraft are now being used to ship personal protection equipment and medical supplies throughout the world. Perhaps the last thing you think a cargo-only flight would need is a flight attendant, but airlines are still employing their services on these flights. Here's why. It's not all that common for cargo planes to employ flight attendants to manage goods. Normally, as you would assume, cabin crew would not be needed. However, a rise in DIY cargo shipments using empty passenger aircraft has meant that these common conceptions have changed. Air carriers like Highfly have been using commercial aircraft to bring aid from China to Portugal. Other airlines like Lufthansa and SpiceJet are doing the same in their respective countries. Some of these airlines are keeping their crews in employment by offering them shifts on cargo planes. Of course, this is simply a gesture of goodwill on the airline's behalf. However, it does help. The reason that flight attendants need to be employed on some cargo planes is the same reason that they are employed on passenger service. They are needed to ensure safety. However, this time it's not about keeping passengers in check, but instead mitigating fire risks. You may ask, what's the risk? The main issue with converting commercial aircraft to carry cargo is that these aircraft are not structurally the same as cargo planes. According to Boeing, cargo compartments on Boeing passenger and freighter airplanes incorporate comprehensive fire protection that includes fire detection and suppression systems. However, not all commercial aircraft do, or they are not as robust as a normal fire suppression system in purpose-built freighters. For this reason, extra measures are needed to mollify potential fire hazards. There are some techniques in place which do not require the presence of a cabin crew member. These include restrictions on what cabin cargo can carry. Commercial aircraft carrying cargo should not carry alcohol-based hand sanitizers and mercury thermometers. Other items on that list might include prohibited in-cabin baggage. Anything that represents a significant risk of fire should be avoided. However, not all circumstances can be covered, and flight attendants are now used to stand in when things go wrong. Despite the significant risk, the ratio of flight attendants to cargo appears to be relatively low. Boeing and Airbus both recommend that just one cabin crew member can be present during a cabin crew flight. This person has a sole responsibility of overseeing cargo with a view to managing fire outbreaks. With these ratios, it is apparent that the risk of fire is minimal. However, you can never be too careful. So far in this strategy, coupled with the careful management of goods, has not caused any in-flight fires. Flight attendants will likely to continue their presence on commercial cargo for flights to come. What do you think about this whole issue? I'd be very interested to know, so do let me know down in the comments. But that is all for today, so if you're new around here, do subscribe if you like this sort of content, as this helps me and the channel massively. Also, drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed and learned something today. So, until next time, keep your eyes on the skies.